Hi there. Welcome back to the Great Ace Attorney Chronicles. Last time we left off, well, it was about time to make a visit to Gina again to see, well, to get her side of the story in terms of the shit that actually went down that night. Plus, also the fact that visiting hours are almost over, so we need to actually get her to see if she'll agree to represent us. Oh, sorry. If she'll agree for us to represent her, because, she was still being kind of, hostile? Yeah, hostile. Ah, Gina. Good. You're back. Ah! So, how's it going? How are the kids? The police must have finished questioning her then. Oh, how was it, Jenny? Was it awful? Eh? Didn't bother me. Thank you for the papers you signed before. It meant we were able to investigate the window banks. We didn't actually, figure that much out, but, still better than nothing. Oh, right. Don't you want to know how we got on? We've been ever so busy. Yeah, what's the point in asking? Won't change what everyone's saying. That I did it. That's not... Gina, we came to ask you for your final decision. I mean, at the end of the day, Gina, what the hell do you have to lose? Like, realistically. Like, are we really so much worse than literally no representation at all? Like, even if you don't trust us, I mean, like, it's not like anyone else wants to defend you, apparently, because you refused them all. Eh? What decision? About tomorrow's trial. Will you let me defend you, or not? Gah. I must submit the paperwork now if you'd like Mr. Naruhodo to represent you. Right. I see. She's really lost her fight all of a sudden. But I know what that feels like. The worry is just so hard to bear. Sad prison music. What have we uncovered exactly? Oh, all right then. Blimey, give it a rest with them eyes, Iris. Iris. So come on in, fill us in. Who done it? Unfortunately, we don't know that yet. You don't say. We don't know yet, Gina. But Mr. Naruhodo, and all of us know that you are innocent of this crime. And while we haven't yet managed to work out who the real culprit is, there are a number of interesting facts that we have managed to establish. Oh yeah? Like what? Well, for example, the reason for you being there in the first place. I think I know now why you broke into window banks that night. And I don't know why I had to be the one to figure that out, when you could have just told us and saved us all a lot of time and effort, Gina. It looks like I'm going to have to take some evidence that clearly reveals the reason and thrust it in Gina's face. Yeah, just fucking shove it in there. Fucking take that. Or, I could present to her calmly, I suppose. Also, don't screenshot this particular line. People might take it out of context. Well, I'll show her the thing in a minute, but let's see if she actually wants our representation. We already have the representation papers and other documents we need. All we have to do is hand them to the court clerk. That is, if you'll allow me to represent you in court tomorrow. Nah, I don't bother. Jenny! Rip them up and chuck them, would ya? Them representation papers, or whatever they're called. This cell ain't fancy enough to have a bin. So, what will you do in court tomorrow? I'll be fine on my own. I'll just, you know, get a badge, go to law school for like 4 years, you know, take the bar, and, you know, defend myself. You know? Gina Lestrade, Ace Attorney. It's got a nice ring to it, doesn't it? I don't think you will be. Look, it don't matter. What's gonna happen is gonna happen. This is one stubborn pickpocket. Christ, you're telling me. Okay, fine. I guess we'll have to just forcibly thrust some evidence upon Gina's face. Let's see. We found this in Mr. Windibake's storeroom. Evidence that your fucking theory that Herlock was just lying was total bullshit. That you just made up because of your own, insecurities. The manuscript of Iris's latest story. Ah! Oh, right. Well, that's good then. Curiously, the storeroom at Windibank showed no sign of being ransacked for items of value and the like. With one exception. The box file that housed this manuscript. It was you, wasn't it, Gina, who broke open the box containing this manuscript last night? I'd asked for the police to arrest you, but, you're already in jail. I guess we'll just slap this onto your, rep sheet. Eh? You were determined to find out whether or not the Hound of the Baskervilles is really there. That's the real reason you broke into the storeroom last night, isn't it? Yeah, I kind of figured that out before. Or, I mean, I'd realized that, but now Ryunosuke is saying it officially. Ah! Like, it wasn't completely fucking obvious. Why don't you tell us what happened? Please. Yeah, honestly, just tell us. For the love of God. Alright, yeah. This Baskerville story. It's the latest Shelves adventure, right? But it ain't been printed yet. So I figured it's gotta be worth a fair few pieces of silver, right? Oh yes. At least 5,000 pounds. Wait, 5,000 pounds? So a few pieces of silver equals 5,000 pounds? Well, hell, I mean, it's not like I know the conversion rate of paper money to, well, not gold, silver in this case. What? So, you intended to sell Iris's manuscript, did you? No! Jenny, how could you? I feel like that's not actually the real reason, and she's just providing you know, a facade, a false bravado to mask her inner feelings. What? Wait, no, hang on. Oh, maybe she didn't mean it like that. Of course I won't gonna sell it. All I wanted to do was find out if the manuscript, or whatever you call it, really was here, really was there or not. Okay, so yeah, there's that. I didn't think she was gonna sell it. That's the only reason I was in the place. For Iris's sake. Isn't that right? We knew why you done it from the start, Gina. Of course we did. We're not fucking stupid. But I knew you wouldn't do anything mean like that, Ginny. I just knew it. Oh, you were pretending you were acting over the... So she would say it with her own two lips, as opposed to, you know... Okay, I see what's going on. Well, when I saw the manuscript in the storeroom, it reminded me of what you said the night before. Then again, obviously, she didn't steal it. If it was still there. So yeah, obviously she wasn't gonna sell it. Yeah, this exchange. Grown-ups are a lot worse than that, believe me. Barefaced liars, a lot of them. You just ain't realized it yet. I'm telling ya, that manuscript ain't at Winterbank's. You'd soon see if you had a look. If I'm honest, I have wondered if Hurley's telling me the truth sometimes. I mean, that I sometimes wonder if he might have hidden my manuscript somewhere. Somewhere I don't know. Even though it's wrong of me to doubt him. Oh, Jenny, that was so sweet of you. Alright. I'll tell you what, I did it. Just stop looking at me like that, Iris. It wasn't because of Iris. That's not what I did it. I wanted to know the truth, that's all. You wanted to know if Mr. Sholmes was being honest. If he really deposited the manuscript at Winterbank's, even though he didn't give you any reason to actually distrust him, as far as I know. It's like I told you the night before. I never had a father. But Iris's load ain't like mine. She's got a dad. Only she can't see him. And I reckon that's gotta be harder. Oh, sorry. Harder. That's why she writes the stories. They're about a dad, really. That's what it sounded like to me, anyway. Last night, when I was listening to what you were saying. Stories? About Daddy? Daddy John Watson? You mean they're not the adventures of a great detective? I'm pretty sure Herlock's name is on the fucking cover, so, you know. So much as the adventures of a great detective and his trusty partner. Well, yeah, that too, I guess. Well, that's how I see it, yeah. You're so thoughtful and so kind, Ginny. Yes. And we never thought any differently, did we? I mean, I can, you know, I'm pretty neutral personally, so. Look! Get a rest, will ya? I ain't all this chummy nonsense. Do you hear? I ain't it. I don't trust no one, right? That's how I work. Because if you don't trust no one can let you down. So leave me alone. Go on, scupper. Okay, well, you know, fine. I'll just fucking leave. You know, I don't gotta take this. You know, I can just go home, fix a martini, read the Hound of the Baskerville. You know, I don't need this shit. Cry when Susato leaves me. I hadn't noticed until now, but it's unmistakable. Right there on both sleeves of that overcoat are some very suspicious red stains. Oh. Yeah. Those are a bit suspicious, huh? I thought they were like oil stains for a second, but What? Why are you looking at me like that? I think it might be worth presenting some of our other findings in that area to Gina now. Yeah, it's this one, right? Those stains on the sleeve of your new coat, Gina. They're blood, aren't they? Not that I know whose blood yet. What? Blood, Mr. Naruhodo? You don't appear to have any obvious wounds yourself, though. So could it be blood that spattered from Mr. Winterbank when he was shot last night? Well, let's not beat around the bush here. This trusty friend of mine will get results much faster than anything else. Take it easy, Iris. I won't hesitate, bitch. Don't move, Jenny. I'm going to shoot. Whoa. There's purple blood. There's like purple blood all over this dude. Or this coat. Are you sure fucking someone did get murdered in Danganronpa in that coat? Jeez. Oh my! What the? I guess. What is it? Okay, I thought the whole thing was that it was like the blood that was clearly there. It would change the color of like that's just for the fucking luminol. Are you telling me that Iris invented luminol like 100 years before it like was prominent? Because like clearly the stains were already wiped off except for at the collars apparently, or the cuffs. I mean. Forget the sleeves. The whole coat is covered in blood. Of course. The black color of the fabric was masking the stains. Oh. Wait, what? I know it's a black coat, but I'm pretty sure blood, even like dark red blood, would still stain. Wouldn't it? I don't know. That's why we haven't seen them until now. And the blood has reacted with the chemical to turn a purple color, which matches one of the samples we've already collected perfectly. Yes, now let's see. Who had the purple blood? Aha! Yes, it was a brickmaker, Mr. Mason, the victim of the murder case 2 months ago. I knew it. What you on about? The victim? What do you mean? It's a rather uncomfortable situation, Mr. Naruhodo, but, I think this makes things quite clear. Yeah. It means the omnibus case is finally solved. The truth about who really murdered the brickmaker, Mr. Mason, is revealed. Yeah. Unfortunately. Oi! Would someone explain what's going on? Stop telling half a story! Oh. Do we have to, Susato? I mean, can't we just take the W and be happy? Come on, man. Come on. We can see now that the victim's blood is all over Mr. McGilden's overcoat. But in the trial 2 months ago, the defendant said this in his testimony. Wait, so he had like a spare overcoat? Just for in case he decided to murder someone? I mean, I guess. But like, that's weird, kind of. Now I ask you, what good-hearted soul wouldn't rush to help a fella bleed from his stomach? I wasn't about to start worrying about me gloves now, was I? I reached out to give the man a hand. Well, I'm pretty sure he didn't give him a hand with his whole body. Like, oh, I don't know, maybe he just, tried rubbing against him to, provide warmth. We don't know. But if you look at the overcoat now, it's clear. These stains couldn't have arisen from McGilden trying to pull the victim to his feet. No. If that was what had really happened, the blood wouldn't have splashed all over the front of the coat. Jeez, how much blood did that dude have? The only explanation for this pattern for this pattern of blood is that it splattered over Mr. McGilda's coat when he stabbed the victim in the stomach. I mean, yeah. Okay, either he must have stabbed him real hard, or that dude had a lot of fucking blood. Jeez. I've tried to run from the truth for long enough, but there's no escaping it now. The true culprit in that case, Mr. Mason's killer, was Magnus McGilded. Mr. Naruhodo, that horrible case is solved at last. And I helped the man walk free from that trial. I used all that twisted testimony and all that sham evidence to prove his innocence. How could I have let that happen? But, I mean, it's not like we could have known. I mean, it's not like we had the overcoat at the time. You know, if we had the overcoat, it would have been easy. Plus, you know, it's our job to defend our client, for better or worse. Ryuno, did you believe him, though? Yeah, he was super friendly. He was going to give me 1,000 guineas. And, like, he was a friendly guy when he wasn't, you know, threatening people and stuff. You know, he could be very amicable when he wanted to be, you know? Did you believe Mr. McGilded was innocent? I believed. Or rather, I think I was trying to believe. I wanted to. Because believing in those you represent in court is a defense lawyer's greatest weapon. As, like, you know... a weapon? Well, bro, it's not like I fucking knew. It's not like he told me and I just ignored it. Like, as far as I knew, for the best of the information that was provided to me as a lawyer, you know, come on. I did what I could with what I had. Before we came to Great Britain, a great friend of mine taught me a valuable lesson. You mean Kazuma-sama? Ah, Kazuma. My old pal, who died because a push and a fall. Listen, Ryunosuke. We lawyers are only human. We can't know for sure what is the truth and what is a lie. Which is why we must resort to our primary weapon. An unwavering belief in our clients. That's all we really have. Unwavering belief? Only when we truly believe what our clients tell us can we fight with everything we have for their cause. In any battle, there can be no victory without faith. So I believe you, unwaveringly. Yeah, I mean, Kazuma believed in us, and I believed in Magnus, you know? What's funny, Gina? Cool. Sounds like in this Empire of Japan you come from, everyone must be soft. Ugh. Well, come on! Look at the mess it's got you into, believing in that bog trotter. Okay, apparently, Gina, that's like actually a bad thing to say about an Irish person, so be mindful of your slurs, please. Yes, I inadvertently helped a murderer walk free. Well, at least you've learned your lesson now, eh? Believing in people's never worth it. Someone always stabs you in the back in the end. As soon as you let down your guard, you've had it. Take a leaf out of my book. Believe no one, get hurt by no one. Gina, may I ask you something? What? I'd just like to make absolutely sure. What would you like us to do with these representation papers for tomorrow's trial? How many times do I have to say it? Rip them up and chuck them away. Are you really sure that's what you want? I bet that's what A wants and a bit. I bet that's what he wants and all now. Mr. I'm a believer lawyer over there. Jesus, lady, I'm just out here living my life, okay? I don't need to be fucking attacked by you of all people. Jesus. And don't forget, it was me in that trial 2 months ago. I led everyone up the garden path, didn't I? And you're telling me you can believe in me after that? Not likely. Well, Mr. Naruhodo? A lawyer's primary weapon is an unwavering belief in his clients. Ultimately, it comes down to whether or not I feel I can trust Gina after everything that's happened. I mean... Okay, I feel like trust, to some extent, is a two-way street. If she's not gonna trust me, then, you know, maybe I shouldn't trust her. But also, I don't want to play into her fucking wicked games, you know? So, yeah. Also, again, like I mentioned before, the scenario as presented to us, it seems a bit iffy. Because, like, again, you're telling me that she shot this dude in the storeroom, had the key on her, decided to lock herself in with the body, and then, what, pass out for a while? Like, come on. With the gun in her hand, specifically, like, you don't frame yourself for a crime, normally. That's not normally how that goes. So, despite my desire to be a petty bitch, wanting me to say, fuck her, I'm gonna be the better person and say, I trust her. Gina, let me say it again. Please allow me to represent you in tomorrow's trial. Eh? Are you half-baked? Not at all. I'm full-baked. In fact, I've been in... I'm not half-baked. I'm baked as hell, you know. I'm high on life, my dude. Not at all. You've not once admitted to committing the crime, have you? What's more, I believe that you're telling me the truth. Even though you still haven't told me how you ended up passed out in his storeroom. Like, again, you haven't told me the events as they have from your side of the story. I need your perspective, Gina, please. Seriously, Mr. Naruhodo? Didn't you hear all of what I said before? I'm a born liar. Things just trip off me tongue. And I'm a diver, don't forget. I pulled the wool over your eyes 2 months ago and got you into all sorts of trouble. Why would you ever trust me now? I just don't get it. Gina. I do understand why you choose not to put your trust in others. But I assure you, there is more to this life than you yet realize. What do you mean? The world we live in is full of people you would do very well to trust. People who won't ever let you down. Eh? It's true that I'm just a student of law, and I'm certainly lacking in courtroom experience, but I can promise you this. Whatever happens, and until my very last breath, I am completely on your side. What do you expect me to say to that? Then it's decided. I will take these papers now and carry out the necessary preparations for tomorrow's trial. It would be a shame to throw them away now after it's been pinned with your name so beautifully. Do what you like. You Eastern Larter. I don't know what you are. I don't get ya. Gina's taken herself off to the back of a cell. She'd never admit it, but I hope she's feeling relieved. That turned out alright in the end, I think. Oh, wait, what? Whoever's hiding there, show yourself at once. Eavesdropping is a height of cowardice. Miss Susato? Somebody is there in the shadows. I can sense it. Someone who wasn't there before. What the fuck are you talking about, Susato? You can sense beings in the shadows? You okay? What the fuck? Blimey! You're sharp, eh? Oh, hey! It's Gregson. I suppose you are using one of them mystic Japanese arts. Like the art stealth I've heard so much about. Okay, don't fucking, I don't know what the exact term is. That's a little don't be stereotyping, Japanese people, please, if you don't mind, Gregson. If anyone was being stealthy, it was you, Inspector. Gregsy! Oh dear me, I am most terribly sorry, your ladyship. I didn't mean to startle you. How long have you been listening in on our conversation? Good grief. Listening in? No. I just got word that there were some visitors who were refusing to leave, even though it was after hours. I assure you, your ladyship, I only just arrived. This very minute. Not a moment earlier. That's all it is. Nothing untoward. Nothing at all. After hours? Is it that late already? So then, I'll humbly excuse myself now, your ladyship. Ta-ta, toodaloo, cheerio, all the best, bye. It's a lot of farewells, and not one of them appropriate for her ladyship. Oh, but I wanted to have a chat. I'm terribly sorry, but time is pressing at the minute. Oh, I see. Oh, that's a shame. If I don't get this emergency, the Supreme Court dealt with sharpish, Lord Strongheart will, well... Emergency? Lord Strongheart? Nothing. Forget I said anything. Anyway, well, I'm off. Alright, Gregsy, if you have to, but let's chat soon. Delighted, charmed, can't wait, if you please. My pleasure. That's a lot of pleasantries, and not one of them even sounded sincere. Oh, Gregsy's so funny! He says such silly things! It's certainly entertaining to see an inspector of the police fawning to a 10-year-old girl. But anyway, I wonder what this emergency is at the Supreme Court. I must attend the court clerk's office now before it closes. Yes, of course. Thank you, Mrs. Otto. Kindly escort Iris home now, Mr. Naruhodo. I shall meet you there later. And so our investigation came to an end. Susato-san went to file the necessary papers for my defense of Gina the following day. And then it hit me. I could no longer suppress a wretched feeling that had been gnawing away at my insides. Tomorrow, Susato-san would be leaving Britain and making her way back to Japan. Oh yeah. I kind of forgot about that. That kind of sucks, Rio. Naruhodo-san, it's been a very trying day, hasn't it? I do hope you're not too exhausted. What about you, Susato-san? Today has ever been even more trying for you, I'm sure. Mr. Sholmes was shot before our eyes, Gina was arrested, all in the back of the news that her father has fallen ill, and that she must return to Japan at once. I hope your father recovers soon. Thank you for your kind words. I wonder why it is. So many thoughts rage in my head like a storm, and yet I seem unable to find the words to express any of them. I mean, well, geez, what's on your mind, Susato? I mean, if you want to chat, we can chat, you know? I know exactly what you mean. Anyway, I have one final task to complete as your judicial assistant. Once that is done, I shall make preparations for my departure tomorrow. One final task? Sure. What's that about? No, actually, I think I might actually finish this sequence with Susato. I don't know. Should I go ahead and keep going? I don't know. I mean, I got a little bit of time left, but lately I've been doing some trying to not have super long episodes. So I don't know. But then again, if we finish this, it'll probably be the trial tomorrow. The next day, and that would be a nice place to leave off. Oh well, I guess I'll keep going for a little. Keep going for now. It's just 2 months since we arrived in London, but we managed to establish this office. It was finally feeling as though we were settling in. I would be lying if I said I felt no regret. Oh, I'm so sorry, Susato-san. It's just so sudden. I really don't know what to think. I've had no time to gather my thoughts. I know we've only been here a short time, but in my limited experience of the courtroom, I feel I've learned something. And what would that be? It seems to me there are many facets to people's personalities. Facets? And like a jewel, the light plays off them in complex patterns, illuminating their actions and their motives. But we see only a small number of the total facets, and what is illuminated is only a part of the whole story. Damn, that's fucking poetic, Ryunosuke. Didn't know you had it in you. What lies in the shadows? What do those facets we cannot see look like? Perhaps there are some parts we'll never lay eyes on, for as long as we live. That's so true. So deep, Naruhodo-san. R/very deep. Or I am very deep. Sometimes I feel as though I'm blind to so much. But I keep hoping that one day it will all become clear. That all the facets will be illuminated. And I'll finally understand how everything fits together. Naruhodo-san. I suppose what matters is that we keep our eyes open and keep moving forward. Even if the way sometimes seems dark. Because, as we all know, even in the darkest of darks, there's always a light that shines deep down. It's amazing to think it's been just 2 months. You've grown so much. Sorry? Of what? Oh, no. It was nothing. Unimportant. Do you know what time you will leave London in the morning? Yes. I picked up my ticket earlier. I should be leaving here at 4 a.m. Jesus Christ, 4 a.m. Is it sure it's not 4 a.m. right now? I see. Well, I'll escort you to the station. Absolutely not. Sorry. I'm sure you realize why I couldn't possibly let you do that. You have a very important day ahead of you tomorrow. Gina's trial. Yes, I know, but every word you utter will have the potential to determine Gina's fate. You must get as much rest as possible, even though, like me, I'm sure you'll find it hard to sleep. But please, for me, do try. But, yeah, are you gonna get much sleep if you're fucking 4 a.m.? Jesus. Gosh, you're such a... well. You're a good person, Susato. You're pretty dope. You mentioned one final task a moment ago. What did you mean? Oh my! I nearly forgot. Please, I want you to have this. What is that? Some huge bundle of documents. It's my notes from the case 2 months ago. The murder that was committed on the omnibus. The McGilded case. It seems to me that this case of Mr. Windermake's murder, of which Gina is accused, is very much tied up with that omnibus case, in ways that are not yet completely apparent. So I took the liberty of consolidating my writings about the case for you. That's pretty dope. Again, I say that. I said that already, but like, that's a big thing. That's a pretty serious undertaking, man. With everything else he's had to think about, Susato-san still managed to do this, and all neatly laid out for me in her beautiful handwriting. It was my pleasure. I can only hope that it will bolster your case tomorrow for Gina. Thank you so much, Susato-san. I will do my best to use it wisely. You really are the best judicial assistant in the world. I mean, yeah, fuck. I don't see any other better judicial assistants out there. Do you? I mean, come on. Well, that's extremely flattering. But I'm sorry to say that I've been a complete failure. Bro, come on. Don't say that, man. Sorry. I didn't quite catch what you said there. Oh. Ignore me. I was just mumbling to myself. Oh, come on, Susato. You can't say you're a failure when you did all this for me and also have been supportive and smart and helpful, like, literally, like, every step of the way. Like, come on, Susato, how are you a failure? Well, it's getting rather late. I think you should go to bed now, Naruhodo-san. I must finish packing up my things in my room. Susato-san, I wish you the very best of luck tomorrow. Good night. Wait! There's something I need to say! Oh, fuck. Okay, there I go. Susato, you knew what I was going to ask. One last Susato takedown for the road. You really are the best judicial assistant in the world. What was that? A secret technique of mine. The Susato shutdown. Oh. Okay, I guess it's another technique, huh? Shutdown? Please, I implore you. If we have to voice our goodbyes, I won't be able to hold back my tears. Oh. Well, geez, man. Man, that sucks. Why'd your father have to go and get fucking sick all, like, at a really important time? Like, couldn't he have fucking held it off for, like, a week or two? Or, like, a year? Or something? I don't know. I mean, couldn't he have waited until we got back? You know, from our study trip? Oh, well. There goes my consciousness fading. Susato-san? Oh yeah, we're just going to sleep right there? Like, I wonder. It truly had been a trying day. On our feet for hours, getting Gina to open up to us, what I swear was like pulling fucking teeth. And learning, and again, she still didn't tell us about how she ended, okay, we know what she was doing there, but we still don't know how she got passed out, and why she had a gun in her hand, and why she had the key on her. Like, you could have fucking told us a little bit about that part, Gina. God. And learning the truth about that nemesis of a case. Physically and mentally, I was exhausted. And yet the idea of sleep seemed impossible. But I forced myself to close my eyes. And as a cacophony of scenes of our lives here in London played through my mind, eventually, my fatigue triumphed, and I fell into a deep sleep. By the way, is Herlock still? Is Herlock okay? Like last we heard, he was like out like a light due to some fucking anesthetic, that took like hours to activate or whatever. Is he like still in the hospital? Oh, hey, look at that hospital time. The 17th of April, the small hours. The St. Sinners Hospital. Yes, I quite understand. That is a great weight off my mind. Oh, hey, it's Herlock. Okay, well, at least he's not, like, half dead. Oh, I know he wasn't dead, but I'm glad the anesthetic eventually wore off. Rest assured, I shall put everything in place, exactly as we have discussed. Thank you so much, whoever that is. Oh, is that Susato? Oh. It has been an honor and a pleasure to be acquainted with you, Mr. Sholmes. On the contrary, the pleasure has been mine. I bid you farewell, and Godspeed. My dear madam. Okay, so yeah, it was Susato he was talking to. To be continued. Okay, yeah, see, that was good. That's a better place to leave off. It's still not, like, well, it's not, like, a incredibly long episode, but, yeah. The fact, okay, I assume Susato, yeah, was there to, like, say her farewells, but that bit of dialogue at the beginning about, having everything prepared or whatever, that was slightly weird, but, yeah, okay, tomorrow the trial will be a thing. Susato isn't going to be there, which is unfortunate. Is there going to be? Am I going to have? Am I going to have anyone on my side? Is Iris going to help me out? Iris going to be my bro, my temporary bro, you know? But I guess we'll have to find out. But until then, I'll see you around.